Good morning. So it is Saturday morning. We got back on Monday night, I believe. So it rained all day Tuesday, rained most of the day Wednesday. I had a whole bunch of eggs to make from that were ordered while I was out on holidays. So that was pretty much the whole week after I got back, was just catching up from the bags that were ordered. I had to run over to another neighbor's and get another load of oats because I'm running out of, I ran out of oats a long time. I ran out of peas. Grain supplies all really across the piece are probably a lot tighter than they are. I actually got a call from a buyer yesterday. They're offering $7, over $7 a bushel picked up in our county for barley. That's just, it's great. It's a good price, and it's not, it sounds out of line because we're used to getting like $3.50, $4, and thinking that's great, thinking $4.75 is really, really great. And now it's up to $7. Of course, when you start to look at what equipment costs, I was looking at a swather. Actually, I wasn't looking at one, but I was looking for a part of a swather, and it came up with an ad for a new one. And it said, new swather, 2021 on sale, $281,000. And I thought, holy cow, like, what is this thing worth if it's not on sale? So I did some digging, $357,000 for a swather. Like, unbelievable. That, just that one new swather is probably worth more than both our combines, all the headers with them, and our new swather that we bought new in 2016. If you package that all together, you probably wouldn't get $357,000. And now that's just what one swather's worth. So totally crazy. I'm not exactly sure. This isn't a egg specific issue. Prices of everything are just sky high. I've been reading lots of comments on some of the newspapers have been putting out, about the drought across North America, basically, and all the egg growing sectors, right? California's really been affected by it. Montana, North Dakota. I don't know exactly how far south or whatever it goes. It goes across Saskatchewan, goes across into southern Manitoba. BC, I guess, was affected in the Okanagan. So pretty crazy. So not only are you going to see prices of the equipment and stuff go up, I fully expect it wouldn't make sense if the price of food, which is already ridiculously high if you want to buy good food, I wouldn't be surprised to see that go up. It is really, really sad and unfortunate, but it's also like really exciting to see how the West is going to come together and figure this out. There's going to be, I was reading another article last night about forward contracting grain. Well, a lot of farmers are nervous. They've priced 20, 30, 40% of the production, and they probably, they're worried they might not even get that. So they might be shorter contracts. And if you didn't watch I made a video on how much farmers are really making with the record high grain prices, and it explained my view on why that is quite bad and negative to forward price grain. People think that they're being really, really smart and really aggressive by doing this, and they throw the word, hedging around and all this stuff. Well, you know what? Call it what you want. It's not a good way to do it. There's just no way to slice it. If you want to hedge on something that isn't weather dependent, so say finding gold, finding oil, finding whatever, if an oil company needs another barrel of oil, they can just go and open the tap a little more or drill another well. When a farmer wants to get another bushel of wheat, he has to wait until next year now to get that bushel of wheat. And when you have the grading system that we have, if he's contracted number one or number two wheat and all his wheat is feed, just because he has that bushel of wheat, it's not the same bushel that he contracted. And that's right across the board. Feed and malt barleys, number one, number two, number three, and sample canola, pony oats, milling oats, feed oats. And as far as I understand, when you get into things like durum wheat and lentils and chickpeas and stuff, they have even a bigger range. So forward pricing a commodity that is so susceptible to weather, it makes absolutely no sense. farmers have been bamboozled and BS'd by grain companies, provincial and federal governments, that this is the way to do it. And, you know, if you want to get with the times and become a really efficient grain farm manager, this is what you need to do. Well, that's a risk and a whole rabbit hole that, you know, a farmer doing the work doesn't need to go down. And we don't do it on our farm. I'm very proud of that. This year was a prime example of why you shouldn't be doing that. You get a half a year ahead with the commodity in the bin. And yeah, now we have lots of barley that we can sell at $7, where I know a lot of the people around here, because I talked to them, you know, they had forward priced that barley already. They sold it right off the combine for, you know, just a little over $4. So, you know, they've left a lot of money on the table. Barley is one of our higher yielding crops that we grow here. So if you're going to think you're going to get 60, 70 bushels on average, sometimes as high as 90 bushels to the acre, you've left $270 on the table at the high end, and you've left $180 an acre on the table at the low end. You start factoring that over 1,000 or 2,000 acres, that's pretty big. So anyways, that's that. I got to set up to roll my oats today. I'm going to roll it right into a truck because one of the larger customers that we have, he gets his straight rolled oats, gets about 10, 12 bags at a time. So I'm going to get that fired up and go from there. So I'm not sure what time it is. I think it's about 6 o'clock. I had to make 10 bags for one guy, and then the orders kind of just kept coming, which is good. But this guy thinks I got food, but I don't have food for him. But yeah, so anyways, after I got everything set up there, and then it was a day of rolling, and then went in, had a shower, because I was super dusty. I don't know what it is about grain dust, but my dad kind of just irks me when he's like, "Well, it doesn't bother me," and it doesn't. But the thing is, grain dust itself, when we're harvesting, doesn't bother me. It's once you roll it, and the craziest thing about it is oats is the worst. And there's a scientific word that's in the oat, and it's the aveno part. I think it's like avenoanthromitis or something like that. And that's why the aveno lotions are called that. It's made of oats. So the craziest thing is that these oats in their raw form, if you roll them, the dust that comes off them is like the itchiest, most unbelievable, irritating thing that you can ever get on your skin. But yet when you send it to a scientist and they make the aveno lotion or the rest of those anti-itch creams, it's all oat-based, or lots of it's oat-based creams. So figure that one out. But I got to get my buckets of grain here. These are here from, wow, they're just a good place to put them. So buddy's real mad up there. We had to put this hot wire around it because, as you can imagine, it's a free-for-all in here. The chickens, the pigs, the cows, the horses, everybody, they can get at this feed. And we tried leaving it outside on the other side of the fence. But once you mill the grain, either grind it or roll it, you're on borrowed time. If it rains on it, it'll start to heat right away. So here it can be under the roof, and didn't need a gate. I just kind of stopped the fence here so a guy can just walk around it and get the grain that he needs. So anyways, that's going to be it. Not much of a video, I guess, for the first one back from holidays, but I'm going to feed these animals, and then I'm going to go in, and I bought a bunch of cherries and a cool cherry pitter, so I got to do that because I'm going to probably, tomorrow I'll probably make donuts, and we'll do cherry filling and maybe a cherry glaze. Pretty excited about that. So anyways, as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you all on the next one.